The Alan Show. Welcome to The Alan Show. This show is all about coming out of this situation or any situation without any scratches by illuminating, illustrating, always, inspiring one another, right? Motivating one another, right? Times are spooky, some say. Let's find out. Boo, boo. Are you ready? Do you know what time it is? Right? There you go. My show is not edited, it's chaotic, just like the universe. A symphony, right? You hear that, right? Those are like war drums, like boom, 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 right? A symphony is nothing but a chaotic thing. You put a whole bunch of instruments in a pattern, and that's what you get, the music. Isn't that amazing? What do a French horn has to do with a cello, right? But see, you can put things that are very unlike, and put them together in a fine tuning, a wavelength, and you can have a masterpiece. Whether it's art, dots and lines, right? Or anything else, like the universe. All right, that was the Fifth Symphony of Beethoven. Bilingual. All right, guys, welcome to the Alan Show again. This show is all about coming out of this situation or any situation without any scratches, right? But before that, light up your coconut. 99 cents at the hardware store. Guys, sometimes when I talk, right, like maybe the accent or whatever, the bilingual thing, right? Hey, Lucy, I'm home. So bear with me. I'm not going to edit my show. I can do it. I can put all kinds of stuff, special effects. I worked in Hollywood back in the 80s selling the backstage stuff, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to put lighting, No, this is reality, right? I'm trying to be real and just do this for entertainment. I'm a salesman by trade, so I'm not in the business of creating illusions. I'm just telling a story that works for me while I'm going at the same time that you're going. We are going together through these difficult challenges, and sometimes they can be scary, right? I am not exempt to any of these things, but I use all the techniques, right? The books, the wisdom, and I put them all together. What is knowledge for, right? If you never get to test it. Right here, everything is a test of what you know. So, one moment, please. I'll be right back. So I'm back. All right, forget my little. Light up your country, man. Light up your head, light up your heart, light up the world. We are light. Everything is light, right? Lightweight, like this, like that, right? Because we're light, The whole idea of interaction with humanity, with going out there with other people, is whether they're going to dim down to your light or brighten up your light. Relationships, right? They are one of the intricate things to your health. The better your relationships are with, I'm talking about across the board, everybody, the better your health usually is going to be, unless you have an underlying condition that is beyond that, right? But let's talk about something here. Let's talk about relax. You don't always have to participate. Here we go. COVID-19 pandemic day 421. It's been over a year and everybody never thought that we'll make it this far, right? The world was going to end. If you watch my previous show, when I talk about, all those pennies, right? How history just accumulate dates, right? And then throughout those periods, people always expect the worst, and there we are. Yeah, some people fall, some people, right? But that happens every day, no matter what. Vacation. I'm off today. We had like 10 days straight of no sun here in California, so I don't know. Just bear with me, okay? My brain is like, "Ooh, I need some vitamin D." Read between the lines. My show is all about between the lines. Vocation, right? You don't always have to participate. We're going to put all these little things together. And by the way, guys, I make this show about 30 minutes long. And I try to, it's like a whole bunch of little pieces. And I try to put it together. And if you give it a time and watch it a little longer, it doesn't matter. It doesn't pay me anything. I don't make anything. It's just, the message. I cannot just tell you something because, first of all, it will never happen. So you know what's going on with this media stuff, right? And it's free, so I don't care. It's not like I'm paying them to do this, right? But I'm not getting paid either. So the only satisfaction that I get is if you watch a little longer, that perhaps there's a word or something that you might catch there that Mr. Darmy will appreciate. Hi guys. Look, try to stick around a little bit on the show. It really doesn't do anything to us in any other way, just the satisfaction that we know that people are watching it a little longer, right? It doesn't matter, 1 minute, 2 minutes. It's not going to do much, but if you watch it a little longer, we will appreciate it. You don't have to do it all at once. Maybe you can come back another day and watch more, but try to get the whole picture. All right, bye. It really doesn't matter. I'm not a comedian. I'm a salesman. But everybody's a salesman today. Everybody's trying to sell you something, ideas, concepts, anything. Yeah. Nobody is satisfied with the other person's way of life. We are trying to transform ourselves, who knows into what, right? At the end of the day, it took 300 years almost to establish what we have today. And a lot of people out there are trying to change things very quickly. Let's talk about hyperactivity. Highly caffeinated people, right? And something else. Now, here we go, right? Tuesday, May 11, 2020. Today I'm a little off, but the games we play, hurt and pain, right? Families, friends, co-workers. Right? The world, almost 8 billion people, right? It's a mess. Think and question. Question yourself. Don't question other people. Don't question entities, agencies. No, question yourself. Why is it something affects you in a positive way or a negative way? And what to do about it, right? So that you can come up with the best outcome possible. So I want to do this again. There's no, what kind of lyrics can we put this? I gotta run. I don't know. Just being crazy today. So, do you feel adrift? Sorry. I need some water, but that's fine. Do you feel adrift? Do you suffer from hyperactivity? Meaning that you can't just slow down. You feel like you have to be in everything, everywhere. Right? They said, the malls are open, but people are already in the mall. You can go out and eat, but people are out there by the tons. People don't understand that a pandemic is not about people telling you what to do. It's about being cautious because, yeah, they can say open, but guess what? Is the virus completely gone, right? So use your wisdom, right? You can be an spectator, right? What is an spectator? You go to a soccer game, you're sitting down, you get the people, and then remember when you become the coach up there in the stands and you go, no, you should have put that guy, oh no, he's right? You get into it, but you're not into it, right? A lot of people scream at the TV. You notice that, right? Like there's a news and we scream at the TV. We go like, no! If I had him in front of me. Relax. All these mechanisms, right? We talked about this last time, right? Marketing, buyers and sellers. All these mechanisms that you're exposed to, right? If you had no TV, no radio, no nothing, what would you do, right? All these mechanisms are to trigger you. in the way that is intended to benefit them, not you, right? Now there are some things that benefit you, right, like food and marketing and that stuff. But at the end of the day, most things don't have much to do with you unless you decide they want to make it important to you. Like even politics. You know, there are people that don't do anything with politics, right? And they go on with life, live 80, 90 years, and they don't get that irritation. They don't get that. But a lot of people, they want to get in because it's like soccer, right? It's like you get sides and everybody gets their cleats and their, you know, their uniforms, and they go out there with their colors, right? You know, our flag has 3 colors, not 2. And the most important one is the white one, because that is to keep the balance, right? That's why he has that there. It's balance. Keep a balance, right? Don't get too crazy. Don't get too excited. You know, you got a long life to live, right? You want to live it to 100, right? Say hello to my little Globey here. The world is full of that. Full of ideas, full of people divided, full of people, you know, and it rotates, you know. And I believe it travels around everything in space travel. They say, don't judge me. I'm just paraphrasing here. I could bring you the exact thing, but it's still they say, right? About 25,000 miles per hour, right? So if you throw a little grain of rice into space and you put it could hurt something, right? Because it's such a speed. So the same thing happens with us. When we are on hyperactivity mode, we just can't seem to relax and slow down, right? Everything becomes an issue of importance and urgency when it shouldn't, or it won't even matter to you. They say oil price is going to go up. People go crazy. Oh my God. It's only a few cents. It's not like it's, you know. And then you can drive less. You can adjust, adapt, and conquer, right? Don't be conquered. Conquer. You see what I mean? Adapt and conquer. Yeah, our lifestyles peak and decline. Peak and decline. It's been like that since the beginning of this time. Or you think you have a horse and a buggy outside waiting for you. No, you have a car. So you see, you have it better than people 300 years ago. But it's not always going to stay better, right? Now, we can make it easier on us. We can make it more comfortable by being prepared, active, right? When we are spectators, right, we see the crazy, we go out and prepare. We go out and get ready. We hard work, you know, we work hard, right? And we prepare because we know it can get worse, right? But we don't just sit there and participate in the crazy or not do anything. We have to know what time it is. It's like, there's an earthquake right now. Are you ready to? See, nothing happened, right? There's an earthquake right now. Are you ready? No. See, now you got 3 seconds, 4 seconds. An earthquake destroyed something in a matter of split seconds. Boom. So you say, but I can't live like that. Yes, you can live like that. You're very capable of being a very aware and alert human being. Yeah. You're not like Mr. Domi. He don't care. Boom, pop. It doesn't matter to him. I'm going to put you on hold for a moment. I'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry. Technical difficulties. I just have to pause it. I don't do it. There's no editing. Just all right. So as an spectator, we watch things and we analyze them. That's why a lot of people, they become coaches up in the stands and the bleachers, right? Or they become players. They say, oh, I could have done it this way. I could have done it that way. And right. So it's a great feeling because you kind of get the feel, but you don't have to be out there exposing yourself, especially when it's real dumb things, right? Like Mr. Dummy here, he participates in everything. We hear a lot of things that are very kind of like worrisome, right? Like people proxing, you know, like people are taking actions of other centuries to deal with the 21st century. What happened to that winner spirit, right? What happened to that intellect? After all, there are more red people in this world now than ever before, right? But we're still choosing to go to the um, very pragmatic, you know, types of practices, right? We're forgetting. Oh God, annoying. You gotta read. Oh, it's easier to go out there and. All right, let's talk about it. How are we gonna slow down, right? When everything out there, you feel like it's pushing you, right? And who's pushing you, right? Who's the one that's pushing you, and who's the one that's causing this, right? Like in terms of questions and things. Right? Well, I will tell you one thing. If anything is motivated by money, then it's money. Right? Do you have this hand in your pocket? Or you just, jokers, right? Back in the day. History, right? Now, right? What is this world about? Right? Which one are you? Yeah? Which one are you? Walls. See the towers. There have been walls from the beginning of time. Right? Little army people, knights. Right? It's right there. There's the religious talking here, the bishop. Have you ever played this game? It's a never-ending thing, right? And then here's you, one more, right? The pawns, right? Yeah. Which one are you? Which one are you here? And what is your role that you play in this life? What is the cause and the purpose of your vocation? Do you have a vocation? Or you have a job? People with vocations, they're never unemployed. Because it's a vocation. You get the satisfaction from the outcome of what you do, not the check that you get. Right? So, what is your vocation? What is your cause for waking up in the morning and the purpose? Right? And what is the ultimate goal? What is the mission? Right? The world is full of people, right? Do they all have missions? Do they all have purposes? Do they all have vocations? Let's say one person becomes a teacher. He teaches 40 people. Right? You see how important that is? Right? One person takes care of 40 people's learning process, right? Or one nurse, right, takes care of so many people in a quarter, right? Other things, right? Religious people, they take care of a whole church. 200 people come in on a given day to listen to this person. Vocations, right? What happened to vocations? Military is a vocation too. I mean, you think you're going to go to war for that kind of, right? It's a vocation. You choose, right, to protect your countrymen. It's not about the country. It's about the people, right? There are 200 countries almost. So you move to here, right? Then it's different. You move to here, it's different. You move to here, it's different. You move to here, it's different. You move to here. You see? You gotta open up your mind, right? You have to expand your universe. What's important is what you do in your area. And that is going to trickle, right, into outer. Like there's shock here and the waves, right? So what happens in this part of the world, it only affects us if we matter into the parts of this world, into the to the issues, right? But if it doesn't, you know, half of the time you're sleeping when other people are awake, right? In fact, when you look at 24-hour period, right? People spend about between by 10, right? They're already settling down and they wake up at 6, 7 o'clock. That's half a day. Basically, you start the day very late because the day starts at 12 or 1 a.m. By the time you wake up, you already past 7 hours. So you're very late. So other people got you because they're already awake somewhere else, right? But how do we make this work? That at all times, we can be alert and ready for the challenges that life brings us, right? By being relaxed, you don't always have to participate. As a young man, I learned very early that I don't always have to participate just because pressures or I don't have to. I put on my suit, my tie, my nice shirt, and I go and do something that will help people, not hurt people. The games we play, hurt and pain, you know. And believe me, intentionally, it's even worse. Right? What goes around, comes around. All those sayings, right? What difference do they make, right? But when things are getting, they're like the wisdom of the layman's wisdom, right? Now it's like, oh, now I know what that saying was about. Right? Who needs knowledge when it's showered with money and power, right? It makes you blind. Right? But eventually, one way or another, you're going to have to open your eyes. And depending on how knowledgeable and how ready you are, is how you're going to react to what you see. Either you're going to panic and run like crazy into the wall, or you're going to have solutions like MacGyver. You're going to make a clip and you're going to... Why? Because you were smart enough to get a writing pad and a pen when everybody thought you were a geek or whatever, and you wrote things down and you learned things that may not be useful today, but someday, either for your own sake or the sake of other people, because that's what a vocation is. We train and prepare ourselves to help others, not always necessarily for us. But what is the end result of that? It's a satisfaction, right? And also a benefit without having to be intentionally, right? Like greed is, right? I want to be rich, right? Which is nothing wrong with that if that's the game you want to play, right? But what is the outcome of what we do is what much most important than anything else. The intention. That's what we talk about. Intention, motivations, right? Illustrations. How do we inspire ourselves? And who inspires us, right? You know, where do we get our knowledge, right? I put always a little. It always helped me when I was growing up. I always put this little Bible quotes because they always have something wonderful to say. And one of the things that Matthew 15:36 says, he grabbed the loaf, right? 7 loaves and the fishes, right? And then he fed all these people. What do we have right now? People panicking, right? Storing food and things like that. Why? Right? Panic is starting to set in a lot of people, and some of them is smart to prepare, but some of them may cause a bigger problem because if everybody started worrying only about themselves, they're going to leave other people without food. What is the wise thing to do? Is to learn how to make things from nothing. It's a very important thing. Remember how we started this whole society? No? If you go back to one of the readings, you say, oh, people wander in the desert. There was no water, no nothing. And then they, right? It started with imagination and creativity. And it also started with the need of one another to support, right? So, yeah, what happens when things get right? People want to take from one another, not share, which is different. So what difference does it make, right? So what we want to do is we want to prepare, we want to be wise, we want to be very useful. We want to be like a tool in a toolbox, you know, not always needed, but when it is, it's right there, ready to go, right? So we want to sharpen up those skills. We want to dust off all that. If you know mechanics, if you know, get back to practicing things just because you want to help people, you know. If you know any type of thing, right? Let's put the fear aside, right? Let's put the in inadequacy away. That we have been, you know, victims for 30, 40, 50 years, when we decided that we want to be individuals only and not share, not be part of the, yeah, part of this magical, right? Imagine if you were the only one living here. Yeah, you have a lot of space. For what? That's what people say. I wish I was the only one in this. Okay. Might get your wish. So, again, you know, you hear a lot about this. You keep going to hear it. So, be ready. Be ready. Time's up. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? You want to continue to be driven by hyperactivity, senseless hyperactivity, end up in places where, oh, how did I end up here? Right? My goodness, my credit card, I bought all this stuff. Like, light up your coconut, ladies and gentlemen. 99 cents at the hardware store. Don't let the crazies drive you crazy, you know, and the madness, right? See, these are all the people. All they all, yeah. And here's the ones that think that there's the smart ones, right? Telling all these people like this, pushing it. It's noisy. Light up your coconut again. Be smart and remember this. This is the Alan Show. I appreciate it. If you like it, please like, share, subscribe, whatever. I hope it works for you, entertains you in any way, or, you know, today I'm a little dimmed because I don't know, my sinus, everything. So this is a this is a real show. I'm not hiding anything. I am this beautiful. No. You are beautiful. Okay, have a great Tuesday, May 11, 10:49. Do you know what time it is? Get busy and get ready. Busy, busy, busy. God bless you.